Hey everybody, it's Matt Stark here with Windermere. I just wanted to record kind of a quick video here today. You know, as an agent that primarily works with sellers on the listing side of things, one of the big questions that I get quite a bit is, what projects are actually going to add value in terms of a sale? So I always think about it like this, in the sense that, if a home has a negative, something that, a buyer is really going to be turned off by or see as a necessary repair, to turn that negative into a positive, that's going to get us the biggest impact in terms of a sale versus taking a neutral and turning that into a positive. And just to kind of give a quick example, I recently met with a potential client. Their home, they'd been in it for probably 15 plus years, kids, dogs, life, etc. And it was beat up. I mean, it needed paint, it needed carpet, it needed repairs, it needed some cabinet repairs, and just some general maintenance, especially on the inside. And so for us, though, those are just cosmetic things that, are pretty easy to get done. Do some paint, carpet, repairs, etc. And that was my suggestion, is that we just get those things done versus one thing that they were asking about, which is, well, should we remodel the kitchen as well? Or should we remodel the bathrooms? And in reality, they were a little dated, but they weren't bad at all. And so for that circumstance, that'd be like taking a neutral, like a dated kitchen, and making it a brand new kitchen. Yeah, it'd improve things, but generally we're only going to get about 40 cents on the dollar in that circumstance. So it just doesn't really make any sense in terms of a potential sale there. So, I always live by a couple rules of thumb here. So I wrote them down. And number one is just to skip the expensive, I call them mistakes, but upgrades there, like remodeling a kitchen, doing something really major to the home. The second thing is to focus on the first impressions. So I would say that is cosmetics, carpet, paint, any obvious things that are negative about the home. And the third thing that I wrote down here is don't cut corners in terms of the contractor, because there's always somebody out there that's cheaper. But the really good contractors, the ones that are going to make sure that it gets done right, they're a little bit more expensive, but they don't make any mistakes and ultimately are going to help us to really generate the best sale price for a property. So hopefully that kind of a roundabout way of explaining it makes sense. And if you have any questions or if there's anything that I can do for you, just please feel free to reach out here. Thank you.